When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Badgers will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Ready up.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Looking for room at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not... He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Hoosiers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wide receiver going in motion. Got it behind the line. It's long. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides to back on the option to give. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It was like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. caught behind the line. It's long. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Green 25.
Now they'll run the draw. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
And the Hoosiers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll move the tight end. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And I like it, 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
The Hoosiers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Easy.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Badgers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just ran over it. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Badgers are on the move. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got him in. It's Tuggle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Badgers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big gain, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the 1st down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They're going to run it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think... try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Badgers will go for it on 4th down. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball. And I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking for the goal line.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Big guy smells it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And the Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's long. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Here's the handoff. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Stands in and takes the hit. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Badgers getting that pass rush from the 2nd level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys that are tough guys, but one thing you have to have at Wisconsin for defense, versatility when you play linebacker.
And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. He's got it along the sideline. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gandy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Camarda. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. What a disappointment. No good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. The running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The Badgers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Two of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on 3rd down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread them out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your will?
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Badgers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Gandy. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires left. Got his man all by himself. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game. That's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Badgers are on the move. Wants to throw again. Gets it out quickly. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The Badgers with the 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Now on the option. Quick toss. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Camarda. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Hoosiers in the hurry up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He leaves it with his back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Gandy. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Hoosiers are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Immediately fires to the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down.
Easy.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Gandy. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Right down the boulevard. It's good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he's going to bring this one out. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quick handoff. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Badgers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. This one's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the option. Now the pitch. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
He wants to change this route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Ivory. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Across the 45. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. There he goes. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Toss to the left. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Handoff to the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. Running back searching for a hole. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
To the ground with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The give on the inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Badgers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Going for 6. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. QB draw. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.